you've been holding back. You've counted the days, built the discipline, and felt the energy rising. But if you're honest with yourself, nothing has truly changed. Your life looks exactly the same. Why? Because retention without this one specific practice is completely useless. Most channels won't tell you this because it requires real work. It's the difference between being a reservoir and being a power plant. Today, we go beyond the streak. We uncover the hidden engine of male power, the bridge between raw energy and external reality. If you want the luck, the power, and the attraction, pay attention. This is not just another self-help video. This is the blueprint for the modern conqueror. Welcome to the truth about semen retention. Most men fall into the counting trap. They think that by simply not doing something, the world will somehow reward them. They wait for the benefits to fall into their lap like ripe fruit. But nature doesn't reward absence. It rewards presence. It rewards the directed application of force. Retention is just the fuel. It is not the vehicle. When you stop the leak, you create a pressure cooker. Your body begins to vibrate with a primal, sexual energy that has nowhere to go. If you don't move it, it will eventually explode. This is why most men relapse. They feel the heat, but they don't know how to channel the steam. They aren't disciplined, they are just repressed. And repression is not power. The one practice is transmutation. It is the conscious act of taking that raw, sexual drive and converting it into creative, physical, or intellectual output. This is the secret of the greats. Think of Napoleon Hill, Nikola Tesla, or the ancient Spartans. They didn't just hold it in. They forged it into empires, inventions, and victories. They used the fire to build, not just to burn. Biologically, your body is a factory of potential. When you retain, your nutrient density increases, your androgen receptors become more sensitive, and your brain rewires for long-term reward. You are literally returning to your predatory state, the state of the hunter. You become more alert, more aggressive in your pursuits, and more resilient to stress. This is your natural birthright. You've heard of the attraction benefit. It isn't magic, it's pheromones, yes, but more than that, it's presence. When you aren't leaking your life force, you take up more space in the room. Women are biologically tuned to detect high-value energy. They don't see a streak. They see a man who has mastered his most primal impulse. That mastery is the ultimate aphrodisiac. And what about luck? Luck is simply the intersection of preparation and opportunity. When you are on retention, your intuition is razor sharp. You see the gaps before they open. You stop hesitating. You act when others wait. This decisiveness looks like luck to the average observer, but to you, it is simply the natural result of an unclouded mind. So how do you do it? First, the physical. You must tax your body. If you are on retention and not training to failure, you are wasting the gift. Use the testosterone to build the temple. Sprint, lift, fight. Move the energy from your loins into your muscles. This keeps the pressure managed and allows your body to integrate the new baseline of strength. Second, the mental. Direct that obsessive drive into a skill. Learn a language, master a craft, or build a business. That restless energy is your greatest employee. Put it to work. When you feel the urge, don't fight it. Redirect it. Ask yourself, what can I build right now with this fire? Then, go build it. Every productive hour is a successful transmutation. In social settings, your frame becomes unbreakable. You don't seek validation because you are your own source of power. You stop being the observer and start being the director. This is the alpha presence everyone talks about. It's not about being loud, it's about being certain. Retention gives you the gravity that pulls others into your orbit. But beware the dark side. If you retain without transmutation, you become bitter, aggressive, and unstable. You become a man who is holding it in rather than moving it up. Unchanneled energy is toxic. It manifests as anxiety, insomnia, and erratic behavior. Don't be the man who is just not fapping. Be the man who is becoming dangerous. Forget the 90-day challenge. Forget the milestones. This is a lifestyle of resource management. You are choosing to invest your life force into your future rather than wasting it on a screen. Every time you choose retention, you are saying, I am worth more than a few seconds of pleasure. You are valuing your potential over your impulses. That is the definition of character. To master transmutation, you must master your breath. When the urge strikes, don't react. Breathe. Pull that energy from the base of your spine up to your crown. Feel the heat rise. This is not mysticism, it is neurological redirection. You are teaching your nervous system to utilize high arousal energy for cognitive and physical tasks. You are becoming a master of your own chemistry. Adopt the Stoic anchor. Realize that your impulses are not your masters. You are the observer of the storm, not the storm itself. Discipline is the highest form of self-love. When you can sit with the fire and not be consumed by it, you have achieved true freedom. This unshakable core is what others sense in you. It is the foundation of your authority. Think in decades, not days. What kind of man do you want to be at 50? Every day of retention is a brick in the monument of your legacy. Don't trade the permanent for the temporary. Your ancestors survived wars, famines, and hardships so you could be here. Don't waste that bloodline on a momentary release. Honor the struggle by being the strongest version of yourself. The greatest art in history was born from redirected passion. Use that restlessness to create something that will outlast you. Your energy is a finite resource. Spend it wisely. When you are full, your work has a weight and a depth that cannot be faked. It carries the resonance of your soul. This is how you leave your mark on the world. Every man is born a warrior. Modern life tries to sedate that spirit. Retention is the process of waking it up. It is the return to the arena. Embrace the struggle. The pain of discipline is nothing compared to the pain of regret. Choose the hard path now, so your future self can walk the easy one. This is the law of the universe. Master the power of silence. A man on retention doesn't need to bark to be heard. His presence speaks for him. Learn to listen more than you speak. Observe the world with predatory focus. Silence is where the energy consolidates. It is where your vision becomes clear. Don't leak your power through idle talk. Keep your plans hidden until they are ready to be unveiled. That obsessive focus translates directly to your career and finances. You become a relentless problem solver. You have the stamina to outwork and outthink your competition. This is your edge. Wealth is a byproduct of value, and your value increases when you are a man of high-frequency energy. You become a magnet for opportunity because people trust a man who trusts himself. This is the alchemy of the mind. You are taking the dross of impulse and turning it into the gold of achievement. Mental clarity is not a gift. It is a hard-won territory. Expansion of the soul requires the sacrifice of the trivial. Your thoughts become sharper, your vocabulary more precise, and your ability to visualize the future more vivid. You are no longer just reacting to life, you are architecting it. This is the true meaning of sovereign power. Purpose is the ultimate magnet. When you have a mission that is bigger than your urges, you become irresistible. People are drawn to those who know where they are going. This is the root of true charisma. You become a beacon in a world of drift. Your energy is directed, not dissipated. This is why women start to notice. They are biologically seeking the man who can provide stability in the storm of existence. To master the light, you must acknowledge the shadow. The urges won't disappear, they will simply become tools. Shadow work is the process of integrating your primal side rather than fearing it. Mastery is not suppression. You must be dangerous enough to be peaceful. The man who is harmless is not virtuous. The man who is powerful and chooses to be calm is the one who commands respect. Harness the beast within. The king archetype is about order, provision, and blessing. Retention is the first step toward the throne of your own life. You are moving from the state of the boy into the responsibility of the man. Leadership begins with self-leadership. If you cannot master your own body, how can you expect to lead a family, a business, or a community? The crown is earned in the silence of your own discipline. Success is a compound effect. Every day of retention adds a layer of resilience that others don't have. You are building a fortress, one brick at a time. The results are invisible at first, then undeniable. In a year, you will be a different person. In 5 years, you will be in a different world. The man who can delay gratification is the man who eventually owns the world. Time is your greatest ally or your worst enemy. In ancient traditions, this is the cultivation of ojas, the vital essence that sustains life and immunity. It is the fuel for your aura. When your ojas is high, you glow with health and vitality. This is the science of the soul. You are literally revitalizing your entire being. Your skin clears, your eyes brighten, and your voice deepens. You are returning to the peak of your biological potential. This is the gift of the preserved seed. Start your day with intention. Cold showers, movement, and silence. This sets the tone for your transmutation. You are declaring to the universe that you are in control of your vessel. First victory of the day. Move the energy early. Don't let it stagnate in the morning hours. Use the natural peak of testosterone to fuel your most difficult work. Win the morning, win the day. This is the warrior's discipline. End your day with a review. Did you use the fire today, or did you just let it sit? Acknowledge your wins and plan for tomorrow's battles. Accountability is the bridge to mastery. You are your own judge. Sleep is the period of integration. When you are on retention, your dreams become more vivid and your rest more profound. Your body is building the new version of you while you sleep. Respect the process. You are not alone in this. There is a hidden brotherhood of men who have chosen the harder path. We are the guardians of the old ways in a new world. Strength is found in the company of the disciplined. Find your circle. Surround yourself with men who challenge you to be better. Iron sharpens iron. The collective energy of a disciplined group is an unstoppable force for good. We rise together. Focus is the new currency. In a world of distraction, the man who can concentrate is a king. Retention gives you the fuel for that concentration. You become a laser beam in a room of scattered light. You enter flow states more easily. You lose yourself in the work. This is where genius resides. This is where the world is changed. One-pointed focus is the ultimate weapon of the modern conqueror. Realize the cost of the temporary. A few seconds of release for a lifetime of mediocrity is a poor trade. Every time you fail, you are selling your future for a pittance. Value yourself more than that. The path of the many leads to the grave of the average. The path of the few leads to the peak of the mountain. Choose the mountain. The air is thinner, but the view is worth the climb. Stay the course. We are witnessing the return of the masculine, a new generation of men who refuse to be sedated. We are taking back our drive, our power, and our purpose. The world needs the strength of men who master themselves. You are part of this awakening. Your discipline is your contribution. When you become a man of power, the world around you changes. You are the catalyst for a better future. The time is now. The energy is in you. The fire is burning. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Will you be another statistic, or will you be the anomaly? If this truth stirred something in you, hit like and share this with the men in your life. Subscribe to join our brotherhood. We are just getting started. And for those who want to see this mission grow, the thanks button is there. Your support allows us to keep bringing these deep truths to the world. Stay disciplined. Stay powerful.